dimly recalled a whiny, weepy little girl with blonde pigtails appearing in his nursery. His future bride? Was that even possible? Dalil dug out the mobile phone he kept carefully hidden from the emir, to whom mobile phones were an abomination. He flicked through photos and handed it to Saif, saying, "At least she is a beauty." Saif noted that his father's advisor took it for granted that he would accept an arranged marriage with a stranger, and he swallowed hard, shocked by the apparent belief that he was required to make that sacrifice. He stared down, unimpressed, at a laughing, slender blonde in an evening gown. She looked frivolous and wholly unsuited to the life that he led. "What do you know about her?" he prompted. "Tatiana Hamilton is a socialite, an extravagant party girl. Not at all the kind of wife you would wish for, but in time." Dalil hesitated to avoid referring to the reality that the emir's failing health would not conserve the ruler forever. "Obviously, you would divorce her." "It is possible that I will refuse this proposition," Saif confessed tautly. "You can't. It could kill your father to go into one of his rages now," Dalil protested in consternation. "Forgive me for speaking so bluntly, but you do not want that on your conscience." Saif breathed in slow and deep as he faced the truth that he was trapped. He banked down his anger with the ease of long practice, for he had grown up in a world in which personal choice about anything was a rare gift. He had been raised to be a dutiful son, and now that his parent was weak and ailing, it was a huge challenge to break that conditioning. It didn't help that he also understood that it would be very painful for his traditional parent to be confronted by a defiant son. Arranged marriages might have been out of fashion for decades in Alaria, but at heart, the emir was a caring father, and Saif was not cruel. He was also very conscious that he was indebted to his father for the loving care he had practiced in an effort to ensure that his son was less damaged by his mother's abandonment. Consequently, he would wed a stranger, he acknowledged, bitterness darkening his stunning green eyes. "Why would a spoilt English socialite want to marry me and come out here?" he demanded of the older man in sudden incomprehension. "For a title? Surely not." A look of distaste stamped Dalil's wrinkled face. "For the money, Your Royal Highness. For the lavish dowry your father is prepared to pay her family," he replied, in a tone of repugnance. "They will be greatly enriched by this marriage, and that is why you will wish to divorce her as soon as possible." Saif was aghast at that statement. It gave him the worst possible impression of his future bride and filled him with revulsion. He knew that he would find it very hard to pretend any kind of acceptance of such an unprincipled woman. "George has just asked me to marry him," Anna caroled, practically dancing out of the bathroom where she had been talking on the phone to her ex-boyfriend. "Isn't that typical of a man? It took me to come to Alaria and be on the very brink of marrying another man to get George to the point." "Well, it's a bit foolish, him asking you this late in the day," Tati opined with innate practicality as she studied her beautiful and lively cousin with sympathetic blue eyes. "I mean, we're here in the royal palace, and you're committed now. The preparations for the wedding are starting in less than an hour." "Oh, I'm not going through with this stupid wedding now. Not if George wants me to marry him instead," Anna declared with sunny conviction. "George has already booked me on a flight home. He's planning to pick me up at the airport and whisk me away for a beach wedding somewhere." "But your parents, the money. Why should I have to marry some rich foreign royal because my father's in debt to his eyeballs?" Anna interrupted with unconcealed resentment.